On this Women's Day, I want to begin with the truth. So many women are taught to put themselves at last, to nurture everyone else, to raise families, to hold communities together, and quietly postpone their own dreams. But pursuing your dreams is not a weakness, it's not being selfish, it is a strength. And only when a woman truly lives her purpose is when she becomes a symbol of light for the others. Today, I have the honor of talking to somebody who embodies that strength and that light. She founded a global academy at the age of 65, and at 76, she continues to teach, train, and transform countless lives throughout the world. The founder of Functional Medicine Coaching Academy, a leading author, an expert in mind-body medicine and positive psychology, and my role model, Dr. Sandra Scheinbaum. Thank you so much for being with me on Sāma Talks.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, and thank you for that kind introduction.
So, before FMCA existed, who was Dr. Sandra Scheinbaum?
I started my career, as so many women do, in education. I thought I was going to be a teacher, and I went into special education, got a master's degree in learning disabilities, and had a classroom for kids who had special needs. What I started to do early on was look at the role of stress, because I was meeting with their parents, and it was very stressful to raise these kids. And I was teaching relaxation strategies. And I was also always very interested in nutrition. And so I had taken a lot of courses in food as medicine. And then that actually led to training with the Institute for Functional Medicine, IFM, where I became, and it was in 2013 that I got certified as a functional medicine practitioner. That was the start of FMCA, putting together a curriculum, integrating all of these principles that I had been applying not only with the people I was seeing professionally, but also on a personal level. And now we have trained over 5,000, close to 5,000, I think. We're a little over 5,000 maybe with the recent incoming class, and around the world.
In your 20s, you experienced various symptoms. What were they, and how were they connected to your way of living?
I was a workaholic, and that started in high school. I had lost my dad when I was 9, and so where I was determined to get the best grades. But if I study really hard and I'm at the top of my class, I worked day and night. I got the top grades, straight A's, and I was able to get a scholarship to Northwestern University. And in the process, as so many women do who are driven to achieve, I had disordered eating. I was binging on sugar. I remember in the dorm, it started with, they had vending machines with candy bars, but I was having panic attacks. And when you are eating a lot of sugar, that's going to be a potential trigger. But I was also not exercising. I was thinking I'm having a heart attack. And that fear response, as I started learning mind-body techniques, started practicing, and started really understanding this connection. It was this thought, oh, I'm having a heart attack, I think I'm dying. That was triggering this rapid response. And so as I learned to control that, and pairing that, breathing techniques and other types of relaxation strategies, mental relaxation strategies, then panic attacks became history. I actually wrote a couple of books about stopping panic attacks.
That makes me curious. What shifted? How were you able to manage changing these outcomes for yourself?
Positive psychology and cognitive behavior therapy were instrumental. I was very fortunate to have been trained by Dr. Albert Ellis, and he is one of the fathers of of cognitive therapy. What this is you realize that it is the thought that you produce, that you tell yourself, that leads to an emotional reaction and then a behavioral response. And so if I would tell myself, oh, I'll never get rid of these panic attacks, there's no hope, or I had, as a psychologist, there was a time where I had been running a very large group practice with some psychiatrists, and it didn't go very well, and so the practice disbanded. And I remember this catastrophic all-or-nothing thinking, like, it's all over, I'll never have a positive, successful career again. Where's the evidence? You know, how can you be so sure? Are you a mind reader? Are you a fortune teller that you can go into the future and say with 100% certainty that you'll never have success again? And so and now with perspective is so important because it is where you are zooming out and seeing a bigger picture. And so now I look back at that experience, I'm grateful. I'd still be there most likely, and I would never have gone on to found FMCA. And so there's a saying, we fail our way to success.
Was this the point, Dr. Sandra, you realized that in health, awareness is more important than willpower?
I think that willpower doesn't work. Awareness is moment by moment accepting what is. What we change one moment at a time. Just if I'll try harder. What have I learned from it? And what can I what can I do so that to create more awareness going forward? And sometimes it is also thinking we don't congratulate ourselves. So maybe you were snacking, but you had you stopped sooner than the previous time.
What were the key turning points where you shifted from knowing about your health to owning your health?
One of the big realizations was the power of muscle. I went from aerobic classes to got a treadmill, and for many years I would just, every morning I'd wake up and I'd just get on the treadmill and run. And then I continued that, doing yoga, and later I got into Pilates. But what I was not realizing was that I was not doing resistance training. Women didn't go to that parts of the gym. No, we didn't go to the weight training room. That was for the men. During the pandemic, when I started to get strength training equipment at home, and I started doing body weight, like push-ups, and I was doing some of it before, but not seriously. Muscle being the organ of longevity. And so realizing that we're losing muscle with every decade, and it goes down quite a bit after 65, 70. And so now this is my passion.
What is mind-body medicine, and how do you practice that in your everyday life now?
What's real in the mind is real in the body. Every thought, every emotion, everything that's produced up here is felt at a cellular level. And it's either inflammatory or anti-inflammatory. I like to say it's like sorting laundry. You have darks and lights. There's no in between. You have to one or the other. Mindset creates the reality. Sense, the health. It creates your reality, exactly.
You launched FMCA at an age where most people plan to retire.
People were really unhealthy. They're on lots of medications. They have a number of chronic illnesses, and it's skyrocketing. And for many people, they're in communities where healthcare, they're just not getting it. You have to be getting acute care, the medicine. Health coaches that's not going to do it. I had been seeing so many people, as I was a health psychologist, and so many people were struggling that I felt like I could take what I had been doing for so many years and teach it to people wanting to become health coaches, because we really need millions of health coaches.
Wonderful, Dr. Sandra. Tell me something on this note. Do you feel that meaning and purpose can affect longevity?
Absolutely, and that's been studied. When you have a purpose, that is a reason to get up every day. And when it happens in community, that is even better because community is medicine.
What does your regular day look like?
Yeah, well, I get up around 6 a.m. And what I do is I have a red light device, which has been shown to be very helpful, very healing. I do jumping jacks. I do 100 jumping jacks every morning. I just get on my mat, do a headstand, and I just got this new they're hanging, so dead hang to improve grip strength. So I do that every morning. I will do all kinds of stretching within that yoga practice, and then I make this huge power smoothie, which has everything everything in it, and then always walking, even if it's just 10 minutes. So after dinner.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sandra. It was such an insightful conversation, and you remind us that health is not about extremes. Age is not a limitation, and purpose, it is not optional, it is biological. And that is what Sāma is all about. Everybody who's listening to us at whatever age, 25, 35, 50, remember, expansion is always available to you. Dr. Sandra, thank you so much once again for your time and for showing us that maybe at the greatest chapter of our life is yet to begin. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a joy to be here today.